4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know.
The final countdown.
Come on, baby, you and me, we ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery
Channel.
Oh god, okay, so let's start this.
Let's say give the countdown.
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Shifty Key Podcast. I am Luis, aka Spartan Sloth, and today we have...
I'm Gaff.
Well, our guest just jumped right in there.
Who's next?
I think it was going to be... I thought we were doing like we did last week.
Me?
No, I thought we were doing like we did last
nice.
week.
And that's what you should know
So
about
much
Gaff.
for
She
any
brings the
sense of
element
order.
of surprise.
Ay. Okay,
Right.
well,
That was ugly.
duh. Me, you have me. I'm Vic. I'm Jim this week.
And you have me, I'm Vic.
We're switching. We're switching roles.
Yeah, we're switching 3-letter names.
Yep.
And then you have me. I'm gonna stay me. You know, TJ. Still TJ. Not anybody else. I mean, unless you want to be me, Luis. You know, I could be you. You could be me. I mean, I can do a mean Brazilian accent if I really try.
Oh, please try, let's see that.
I mean, if I really try, I'm not gonna actually try because
No,
I don't want
come
to
on.
insult an entire
Come on,
culture.
TJ,
Do it.
don't be a punk bitch. Come on.
Actually, now that I think about it, Brazilian accent is kind of hard because it's got a particular flow to it. Okay, just say something in
You mean like all accents?
Thank you, Jim.
I can do other accents. I can do an Irish accent and a Scottish accent pretty well. I just never have anything to say. But
So how do you know that you can do a Scottish or an Irish accent pretty well if you
Because-
never have anything to say?
Because I'll do quotes from people that speak those accents, like Scotty from Star Trek. I can't do it. God. Nope, that's terrible.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Okay, that was awful.
I can't.
I'm not going to give it
It's
to you.
nerve-wracking. I have pressure. I have so much pressure on me right now.
I have pressure.
So much
That's what he said.
pressure.
You mean under pressure? Under pressure.
Looks like we're not monetized. Looks like we're not monetizing this video.
No.
Your face is not getting monetized.
No.
Ew.
Your
As a matter
face
of
is
fact,
getting-
none of our
If I try
faces
to
are
do a
getting
Brazilian
monetized.
accent, It comes out Russian.
Whatever.
Whatevs.
Whatever.
Like, what if I tried to do the entire podcast in like a Scottish or an Irish accent or something?
Do it in Shrillick. That's how I want to hear it.
What's Sherlock?
Shrillick? What is Shrillick?
It's not an accent, it's a language. I think it's isn't that what the Russian alphabet's called?
I don't know. Google.
Oh, you mean I think it's a Slavic alphabet.
How do you
Like
spell it?
that's what.
I think it's
Slavic.
Crylic.
Shrillick.
Yeah, Shrillick.
Skrillex?
I've
It's an alphabetical system, writing system employed across Eurasia. It was developed during the First Bulgarian Empire in the 9th century AD. And it's in parts of the Balkans and northern Eurasia, especially those of Slavic origin and non-Slavic languages influenced by Russia. As of 2011,
I feel like that's enough to say that I'm right.
252 million people in Eurasia use the alphabet for their national language. And about half of them are Russian.
No offense to
Go me.
Eurasia, but doesn't Eurasia sound like the name for an old woman?
No. I don't
Nope.
I
think
don't
so.
know. I think I might
Agnes
have
is an
met.
old lady's name.
Does it sound like a
What?
name for an old lady in Portuguese?
Yeah, and I think, I'm not kidding, I might have met someone named Eurasia, so that's why I'm saying that. Now, Gav, what did you say was an old lady's name? I didn't get that.
Agnes?
Oh, yeah, Agnes.
Agnes is
There's
totally an
no
old lady's name.
country called Agnes.
Agnes, Esther, Mildred.
Did you say that there's no country called Agnes?
What?
Yes.
I don't think so. Is there?
I'm
no
asking,
country-
is that what you said?
There's
Yeah,
no country
that's what I
called
said. There's
Eurasia
no-
either.
That's also
There's
true.
also no country
No,
called
I-
Jim, Vic, Gaff, or Louise. We could just name off, a whole huge list of things that countries aren't named after.
Hey, there's no country named Keyboard.
You
Yeah.
know what? There's no country or island
I would love
named
to go to a
Shifty Key.
space. I would
We
love
should
to
get
go to
one.
a space bar in the keyboard country.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Eh?
Oh my
Eh?
I
god.
think it'd have to be on the
Okay.
moon or something, though.
I mean,
Okay,
as
we
long
gotta
as
set
we
up a
can
tree on the moon
tie,
called keyboard with a bar.
as long
That
as
is
we
the goal
can
of this
tie up
podcast now.
TJ and make him shut up so he doesn't do any stupid jokes. I'm just kidding. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it would totally cut out Luis out of the
Because-
podcast if TJ told all the stupid jokes.
Yeah. I mean, you would put me out of a job, you bitch.
That should be a shame.
Yep. No job for Luis. No job for Luis.
Stop the oppression.
So-
Stop
the
the
oppression.
oppression.
Speaking of oppression and Slavic alphabets, did you guys hear that Russia is currently in the act of invading Ukraine?
Nope.
Duh.
They aren't they like just chilling in their airports?
Wait,
Uh,
what?
they-
Oh, I think
Excuse me?
They're like
What kind of half-assed invasion is this? Go to Ukraine, but don't get outside the airports, because then you're outside of international territory, and we can't have that. We can't actually invade.
they're
But
like
we can occupy their... We're like occupy Wall Street, but the Ukrainian airports.
Oh. I mean, yesterday it was like they were only in the airports, and then I guess.
maybe they're just
the
chilling
Russians.
out, maxing, relaxing, cooling, and shooting some people outside of the
Oh,
airport.
they're sending military intervention. I can speak English. They're sending military intervention to Ukraine, which has been having massive uprisings for like the last week and a half. There's a
okay.
link.
I didn't
but-
know that's why they were going into the Ukraine. I mean, I know Ukraine's been having their protests, but I didn't know that it was...
It's
I
been
mean...
really bad, those protests.
Oh, yeah, it's
even-
been horrible.
Terrible. And also, too, the Ukraine used to be a part of Russia, which I think why Russia sees itself as, yeah, we need to go into...
Yeah, that's what I was
Ukraine.
wondering. I was about to say, I mean, because they're not... Ukraine's not part of Russia anymore. It's not part of the Russian Federation. I mean, the Soviet Union's obviously gone, so I was curious what Russia's doing in there.
You know what an interesting comment I heard was, I think it was, we were in the car yesterday, my family, and we were talking kind of briefly about it, but my mom said, what right does Russia have to invade the Ukraine? And then my brother countered, what right does America have to invade anybody else?
Well,
Touche.
got her.
Touche.
Fucking got him!
Depends on the situation.
That's the line. That's where
Where-
the gray line is drawn. Depends on the
Where-
situation.
Crap, Alex made me forget my train of thought. Fuck! Your mom.
Yeah.
Hey, come on, that's not.
Let's talk about
nice.
your mom.
Your mom.
Let's talk about.
We already talked about my mom.
Uh,
Let's talk about your mom.
We
Your
never
mom.
really talk about Vic's mom, and yet she's in almost all of our podcasts. She should be a guest one of these days.
No. Please no.
Mrs. Mugsy.
No. Please no.
So, for the audience, if you want to see Mrs. Mugsy on the podcast, please leave a comment saying you want to see her.
Leave a hashtag
And-
Miss Mugsy.
Yeah. Yeah, on Twitter, put hashtag Mrs. Mugsy, and
Wow.
we'll try to make it happen.
Why is
And-
everyone so interested in my mother?
she's an interesting lady. She spawned you.
She's
Just saying.
We've got... We have to find out how deep the madness goes.
I think I'm the craziest of my entire family. If you want madness, you should probably talk to my dad. Madness. This is mad. This
Yeah,
isn't
but he-
madness. This is Zinsley's boot.
Boot. Das Boot.
Boot.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. Rise of an Empire next week.
I'm
It's
excited
next
because I
week
want to
already?
hear my
Oh, is that the 300 goal?
I want to hear my ancient Greek history teacher bitch about how terrible that movie is.
You guys do know
Yeah.
that the dude who plays Xerxes is a Brazilian actor, right?
Lies. There'll be no Brazilians in my Greek history.
You better be Persian or get out of here.
I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out.
No. By the way, I know it's not segue-ish in a way, but have you guys been following that Twitch plays Pokemon thing?
Yes.
No.
Not really.
I heard that it has ended recently, but they're starting a new one. I'm not sure how I feel about that because it was getting really annoying. People talking about that all the fucking time. Like there are some days in which my Twitter feed is just like Twitch plays Pokemon. All like thousands of posts about it.
Just
I don't know why.
unfollow anybody that talks about it then.
But that's the
Be
point.
that
Like
guy.
it's not just a single person. Like there's more than there's like a few. But
He'd have no
what's
internet
so
friends
good
left.
about it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
haven't
don't
watched
know.
it.
I hopped it. I went in there once to see what was going on, and it was not that interesting. They were in Cerulean Town or whatever, and I was like watching it, and they just kept running in circles, bumping into walls, and I'm like, do something. Do something interesting. Stop opening your menu. Just
It's
walk
definitely
forward.
something you can't just sit down and watch for like a good few hours. It's like you pop in if they're doing something interesting, okay, watch. But then most of it is them just going in circles.
So you watched it, Gaff?
Uh-huh.
I don't understand how they beat I can't conceive of that. How they could beat the Elite Four and the champion by walking in circles. It's
By the way,
mind-boggling to me.
I don't remember Gaff spamming about it, so thank you, Gaff.
You're welcome.
You don't get deleted.
But please, I don't mean to sound like a dick, but it's just stuff that annoys me.
I don't mean to sound like a
that.
dick, but I'm going to anyway.
Yeah.
No offense,
There was a disclaimer.
but take plenty of
so
offense.
If there's a disclaimer, then
It's like,
it's
no
okay.
offense, fuck you.
No offense, but I'm about to be real offensive.
It's like the can't remember
No
where
offense,
I
Luis,
saw
but
it.
Twitch plays Pokemon. Deal with it.
There was a comic strip once, and it was like two chicks talking, and then one of them goes like, "Well, I'm not racist, but," and then the other one just covers her mouth and like, "Shh, nothing good comes after this."
Well, yeah.
So I think saying I don't mean to be a dick and then talking about that, it's almost the same thing, except I'm not being racist. TJ's a racist guy.
You're all racist.
Whoa. Where did this come from? When was I considered the racist guy?
Since ever. I can do a Brazilian accent and then proceed to mumble nonsense.
Wouldn't it be racist if I could do a Brazilian accent? And I stereotyped your entire country's accent? Wouldn't that be racist?
Yeah, we deal with stereotypes all the time, so.
I was about to say, I mean, is it racist to say, I think I can do a Brazilian accent and then backpedal and go, maybe not?
So, TJ, clean your name. Do it.
Clean my name?
Yes.
Yeah, that placard that's on your desk, I want it polished by the end of the day.
It's because it's been
Yes, sir, Mr. Jim, sir.
stained with your
Please don't fire me.
honor and punk bitchiness.
If we had an office, like there was an office for this podcast, would we all get desks or things like that? Like,
I'd have a desk.
how do you think that would work? How do you think
We'd
that
have
would work?
our own cubes.
So if there were like 5 of us, like let's say it was however many people were on the podcast at a time, so like 5 desks, would it be like a 10 by 10 foot room or something, or probably bigger than that? But
So we each
only
get
enough
2
room
square
for,
feet.
only enough.
Spacious. Wow, you put communist Russia to shame.
TJ, if we're talking about an imaginary scenario, dream big.
Dream big. Okay, we get an entire floor of an office building for 4
I-
or 5 cubicles.
I get half of it.
It's
Because I'm the only girl.
Punch you.
It's like we're all just completely spread out. Somebody's like, "Hey, can you pass me the stapler?" Like slingshot setup, and you just sling the stapler halfway across the floor.
That's what we should do.
You missed.
Quarterback throw it.
I'd be totally okay with that. Oh, kind of off topic. A little part of a Let's Play, GTA 5 Let's Play, made it onto 9gag. That's kind of cool.
Did it?
Yeah.
Do you have a link for it? Because otherwise I'm going to call potion on you.
Try
Miss
calling potion.
Victoria.
I want you to try now.
Well, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Rooster Teeth is kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
Oh, indeed.
Kinda, not seriously though. So don't go overboard with it.
Oh, well.
Whoa, there goes Gaff.
She'll be back.
So that means
so,
what? 2
so
out of
Gaff
5 of
is
our
probably-
guests have lagged out of the podcast.
I don't
yeah.
think our guests really like our show.
I was about
So,
to
yeah.
say, well, it's not even
Yeah.
our guest lagging out because last week it was Luis.
That's true.
Yeah. He doesn't even like our show.
I'm sorry.
Somebody's always trying to escape. You need to like chain you
I-
guys.
I want to go look at this Let's Play and watch this whole video now. This is nuts.
Oh,
They
it
got
was
It was a
nuts.
pretty good video.
They got 4 cars trying to jump over a line of buses while somebody else flies a jet underneath the cars, but the last car just doesn't quite make it. And it's
I know what you're talking
bad things happen.
That was a great Let's Play. Or no, it was a things to do though.
Yeah, it was a thing.
Oh, okay, that's better.
Things to do.
Oh, it was,
Yeah.
who was it that got? I think that was Ryan that got hit and sent flying.
Yeah, he said, I'm still flying, and took him like an hour to get down.
I would have expected that to have been Gaff who got hit. Oh, not Gaff. Good God, Gavin.
Hey, just because
I
Gaff
don't know what's
When
going
did he
on
get
anymore.
someone knows?
and then came back doesn't mean that we can do that kind of shit.
Wait, it was a things to do? Because I don't think I saw it.
I think it was.
Something with the
I
shadows.
might be mistaken.
Okay, because I've been like really not doing very well when it comes to paying attention to videos. I
No, you're not
passed
the
out.
only one.
I've watched Let's Play last night and Let's Play Minecraft last night. I don't remember. I think I was asleep like 10 minutes into it, and I woke up because Alex like leaned over me to close his laptop, and it woke me up. I was just like, oh my god.
Did you get mad about it? Were you like, no, I was watching that?
Actually, I think I did say that.
Oh, my dad does this.
God,
all
I
the
hate
time,
people like you.
You're
He's
welcome.
watching TV and then he falls asleep. Then we just change the channel, or I start using the TV for something else, like playing video games and stuff. And then he wakes up and goes like, what are you doing? I'm watching. Dad, you were asleep. No, it wasn't. I was just listening. And I'm like, oh, god damn it.
Who does that?
Well,
Who listens to
Don't
the
you just
TV?
love that?
Yeah,
Bought a TV so I could listen to it.
I watch the Let's Play so I can listen to them. I don't even watch most of them anymore. At least most of the Minecraft ones.
Oh, come on, really? You're missing out.
Well, I mean, a lot of the ones where they're like looking for stuff or trying to put stuff together, I don't watch. But when they're like actively competing, like killing each other and stuff, or the King Let's Plays, I'll watch those. Otherwise, I just listen. And I watch most of the other Let's Plays they do. Like Titanfall one was pretty good. Speaking of Titanfall, I don't even think we plan to talk about this. That game looks really good.
Oh, it is so wonderful. I mean, just the beta itself was fantastic, and I haven't got an Xbox One yet, but I'm going to get the Titanfall bundle they announced this week, where you get the game with it.
That sounds really good.
Yep, that's going to happen, I think, tomorrow, maybe later today.
Titanfall bundle?
Yeah, it's the Xbox One, and you get a digital download of Titanfall.
Oh, cool.
And a month of
glad-
Xbox Live Gold, so it's a pretty sweet deal.
I'm glad that Adele is not singing the theme song for Titanfall.
Why?
Because
Why?
she sang the one for Skyfall.
That has nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my
but
God.
still, I'm glad she's not singing the theme.
Congratulations, Luis. You are safe with your job security.
Yes. Suck it, TJ.
Unless we decide to kill you for making a bad joke.
No, come on. That's mean.
TJ, you probably want to keep him alive then,
What?
because that means that you might be next.
Why would I be next?
Oh.
Keep making bad
I don't make
jokes.
enough bad jokes. I don't make enough bad jokes at a time. Like they're not all clumped in. They don't build up like a pressure in the back of your head and make you want to explode and lash out and violently. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah, really, man. What the hell's going on?
He's just getting like more and more dangerous as he keeps talking.
Please don't call the cops.
Are you sure those dreams from a couple weeks ago we talked about were, actually dreams?
Yeah. That was weird.
It was a great way to start off a podcast. Because I listened to that and I was like, what is going on?
Got you interested?
Yeah, it did. It did.
It's a nice hook.
Mm-hmm. Because I was really
So-
scared. Because I was afraid he was going to kill me if I didn't.
Only in my
Hey,
dreams.
no killing, okay?
I like what Gaff's got going here about Adam Driver going to be the new bad guy in Star Wars, the next Star Wars trilogy.
Star Wars.
I've never heard of this guy, though. I don't know
Yeah.
who Adam Driver is.
Me neither, but all I know
Neither
is he's
have
from
I.
Girls, and he apparently is in talks with J.J. Abrams to play the villain in Star Wars.
I wish they would actually announce who the villain was and what the story was.
I wish they would actually just
That'd
give
be
us
nice.
some information.
Yeah,
I
right?
wish they would just release the movie at once. Oh, but they gotta record it, yeah. Bullshit.
They're just like, hey, we're making a Star Wars movie. And everybody's like, what's it about? And they're like,
I
No.
don't
we're not
know.
going to tell you. It's like, oh, everybody's worried about the movie sucking. Actually, we're not going to tell them what the movie's going to be about.
Yeah.
Like, really? Everybody's all, everybody has the same concerns that it's going to be a flop. Like well, I mean, they obviously weren't flops. They made a lot of money, but that they were going to suck. Like the second
Do you
trilogy.
mean that they're going to quote-unquote suck because they weren't the original trilogy? I mean, come on, get over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
Oh,
agree with
It's
you.
not the original trilogy that's not as good. Like, shut up.
No. I can
Jim,
actually say why
Jim,
the second trilogy
want
wasn't
to-
as good as the first one.
I want to
Please.
personally give you a handshake.
It
Oh, I
didn't
wanna-
have. Excuse my cheesiness, but it didn't have heart. It didn't have any-
What are you
like,
now,
the
Captain
quirky-
Planet?
I would argue that.
It didn't have. It didn't have any of like the quirky one-liners that Han Solo would give, or the comic relief, or the
Yeah, it
Of course
relationships.
there was. There was.
Existed.
They had Jar Jar.
No, he
There
wasn't
was
the only
Obi-Wan
one.
who came up with one-liners. I think Anakin.
Obi-Wan was a huge one-liner. He was a huge comic relief, actually. Like he...
Oh, I loved Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan and R2 and C-3PO, the best. But
And that's the point. R2 and 3PO are like the comic relief
But
of
it
those
wasn't-
movies.
it wasn't enough to balance out the serious stuff.
Well, I mean, it is the story of Darth Vader becoming Darth Vader. Like, this isn't a happy story. Like, you're not gonna
But
get
it's-
as much. You're not
they
gonna get
have-
as much of the one-liners, like the cheesy one-liners that you would have gotten in the original trilogy.
You can make that argument, but they are essentially doing this. They essentially did the same thing with the Star Wars, the Clone Wars animated series, and that was, in my opinion, hilarious. While they still had those dark moments.
They also had a lot more to play with, though, because they not only told the story through. They had multiple people they told the story through, like perspectives. This wasn't just this story is mainly told through the perspective of Obi-Wan and Anakin, which it was. That's the original trilogy was basically Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon in the first movie, Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme. That's who this story was told through. While with the TV show, not only did you have Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka, you had Mace, you had different Jedi throughout the Order, you had the platoons, you had Grievous push stories, you had all these different stories whose perspectives were... The story was told through different perspectives, which meant you had way more characters to play with. And it also went on for 6 years, so you had the ability to create more of this like cheekiness that wasn't in the three prequels.
I'm learning.
I was just gonna say I know what she means. They had a lot more time and a lot more characters to flesh out comedic stuff, but part of it for me at least is I liked a lot of the characters, but the actor they got to play Anakin does not, like, looking back on it, I didn't like him at all. And then Anakin, his entire character seemed completely different in the Clone Wars than from Anakin in episode 2 or 3. Like, I just liked him better. Even though, like, in just the first episode, he's a lot more interesting. He's less angsty and teenagery. You know,
I think
he's not a crybaby.
The choice they made.
Well, yeah, my mom got killed by sand raiders.
I think the choice they made.
I'd cry about that. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I mean, if my mom got killed by sand raiders, I'd cry about it.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, let me finish.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking.
I think the choice they made to pick Hayden Christensen as Anakin was alright, and if you look closely, his acting was pretty spot on, because it's a story of a dude that everyone says he's a chosen one and he's gonna save the fucking galaxy and stuff. So sometimes he acts like an entitled little punk bitch, and some other times he acts angsty because he's a fucking chosen one. You know, the destiny of the galaxy is all on his back, and you know there's a whole conflict between his love for Padme and his duty as a Jedi. You know, I think the prequels are really good. They show this, and it's not like in the original trilogy there's this feeling of hope all the time, like, okay, we can beat the Empire, we can push their shit in. And the prequels, like, there isn't that much of a feeling of hope. Maybe on the first one, you know, oh, we found the chosen one and all that. But then as they start developing the character for Anakin, I don't know about you guys, but it feels like slowly things go darker and darker until his ascent into the dark side. And, you know, the whole part when he defends the Emperor against Mace Windu and the Order 66 gets announced, it's like you feel that things have gone to shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's my thing about it, is that, you know, I've really not had the argument with anybody, so I don't understand why people don't like the prequels, but it's a dark story. I mean, you're given, from the beginning, we're given the conclusion where happiness is good, you know, happiness wins out and good things are at the end of the day are what matter. But I mean, this is a story that specifically has been designed to tell us where Anakin Skywalker made that step to become Darth Vader. We know it's going to end badly. We know that the Republic's going to fall and that the Empire will be made. We know that going into it. So it's, I don't know I don't know if the argument of it doesn't have heart because it's not as happy is a good enough definition or defense for me. I think a story can have plenty of heart and still be a sad story, and I think that's exactly what the prequels are.
Yeah.
Also, and like I said before, I know I can understand people's dislike for Hayden Christensen. I mean, he actually is a decent actor. He just, I don't know what the hell happened. He just wasn't good. Kind of had one of those careers that just dropped off. But again, I'm going to say this again, that episode 2 dealt with a very short period of time in a very broad timeline. So you had Star Wars episode 1, and then 10 or 11 years later or something, you had episode 2, and then 3 years later you have episode 3, at least in the timeline, which gives it a lot of space and a lot of open, like, you have a lot of events that happen from episode 1 to 2, and then with the Clone Wars, even though it's only 3 years, you have episode 2 and 3, which means a lot can happen in a very short period of time, which is why we only see kind of this, like, bitchy Anakin, and yeah, that's what my point was.
Yeah, I think
Gaff,
part of it might be that I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, sorry. Anakin, again, I'm gonna go back to the Clone Wars because, or the series, because, like I said, I just like that Anakin a lot better. In the Clone Wars, he's like confident, like just pure confidence. In the movies, he's like confident, and he doesn't like. He's just, I don't know how to put it. I had the word in my head, but he has like overconfidence.
He's arrogant.
Like he's arrogant. That's the perfect word for it. He's arrogant. He can't. He like tries to be confident, and he like doesn't back it up, and he just sounds like a, as Luis would put it, a punk bitch.
Sometimes.
Well, is that because he has Ahsoka as apprentice? I mean, because you will, if you become responsible for somebody else, you will oftentimes change your behavior because you don't want to influence them. Because you can see in yourself where you may do things wrong, and you think, I don't want them following in my steps. So do you think that's why his character is different in the Clone Wars? Is because he's responsible for someone else, while in Revenge of the Sith, in Attack of the Clones, he's not responsible for that person anymore, and he's just doing his own thing?
You know, that might be part of it, because there was a bit of a... I'd have to go back and rewatch the first episode, because that was the first episode he got Ahsoka as an apprentice. But yeah, maybe we should head off the Star Wars talk, or Star Wars.
Yeah, we should just do like a Star Wars cast
thing.
one day. We'll just have a whole discussion on it some other time.
Get it all out of our systems, and then never release the episode.
And Gav, have you watched all the 6 movies already?
I only saw. We're still talking about Star Wars, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I got disconnected for a second. I only saw like the first, like not the first, like the trilogy about Anakin Skywalker. I just remember seeing them in theaters as a kid, but I was never huge on Star Wars.
Oh, Gav, you break my heart.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm
I
definitely
imagine
here.
this has been a very boring podcast for you then.
No, it isn't.
So, let's reset the time to dick counter and let's think of something dirty.
What do you mean reset it? I don't think we've mentioned dick until now.
Oh, we have last podcast. We mentioned it.
That was last podcast. We started at the beginning of the podcast. The time to dick counter starts immediately upon the beginning of the podcast. I honestly got him surprised that Gaff right there at the beginning just didn't go penis right at the end of 3, 2, 1.
Hey,
3, 2, 1 penis.
You know what's a good pickup line?
What?
Oh God, what is a good pickup line, Luis?
Hey, babe, you want to turn on my lightsaber?
Oh my god.
Wow.
See, Gaff liked it, so it's legit.
It's dangerous to go alone.
Shaking
Take
my
this.
head.
God, nobody's listened to Starbomb. A low Zelda will know,
No,
and she'll
no.
find it funny.
I understood what you said. I didn't understand what Gaff said.
There's a hair in my
What?
coffee.
There's a what?
Go on.
Topic unrelated. Let's hear about the coffee hair.
Oh, hair in my coffee. Okay, I did not hear that part. I
Yeah.
heard there's a hair in my, and I was like,
Whoa, Jam. I actually opened the genitals joke. Blah, blah. What the fuck's happening? The genitals jokes. So
Hey, Luis.
don't try to take my job away. Yes.
Hey, Luis.
Yes.
Are you made of copper tellurium? Because you are CUTE. Science.
wow.
That was awful.
There's a pickup line for you, Louise. Give it to some really geeky science girl or chemistry girl that you meet sometime.
Well, I would just like to say it again. What I said on the last podcast. I do not do pickup lines. I just mock them. Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
One
you'd
of
have a
those
chance with
people.
that one.
You mean the CUTE or the lightsaber one? Because I'm pretty fond of the lightsaber one.
Either one will work. Just go for it. Throw it out there and see what happens.
Oh, yeah. Getting slapped in the face. Mm-hmm. Because that's probably what happened to me. I did that.
Are you a metapod? Because I am, and you just made me use Harden.
Jesus.
No. That was...
Why am I here? Vic, please tell me that you're suffering with me.
By the way, yeah, we're just talking about this, like, joking about it, but Vic and Gaff, have you ever been the target of a shitty pickup line?
Yeah.
Go on.
Just now?
Share the moment.
There was one person who said, "Did it hurt when you fell from heaven?"
Oh,
Just
God.
walk away. Just walk away.
Oh, yeah, I like that one, actually. I think it's pretty solid.
How much does a polar bear weigh?
And
Enough
they
to break the
didn't
ice?
even know that you were just spawned. Like, no falling. Yeah, like...
You just came into being.
I thought you said spoon for a second. I didn't.
No.
think
It's
you
like
said spawned.
NPC spawn Gaff, and then Gaff was spawned.
I get it.
Hey, baby,
Yeah.
did it hurt when you were spawned? I didn't even know how to go on from this one.
I don't either.
Close it. And what about you, Vic?
No, I haven't had problems with pickup lines. I had problems with guys who
Alex
just doesn't
hasn't
get
used
the
any,
hint. No, we wouldn't be together if you used pickup lines.
We got five.
Oh, shit.
Even if you used league-related pickup lines.
I'd smack him.
You care?
Welcome, Alex, to the podcast, everybody.
I'm trying to time it, but he's playing League. And
Bye,
I will
Alex.
not be able to get his attention. Like, I've mentioned his name 12 times, he hasn't even responded.
Let him be. His mind is being sucked into the nether. That is
Probably.
League of Legends.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Remember, it's the Netherlands, not the nether regions.
His mind is being sucked into the Netherlands. What are they going to do with just minds in the Netherlands?
Yeah, there's just a wormhole in the Netherlands. Brains just fall through it. They just pop onto the ground. Some guy in the Netherlands like, oh, we got another one. Stick it in the bin. Sell them to China.
That reminds me of that episode on the Green Adventures of Billy and Mandy, with the brains, kind of like musical episode. Have you guys watched that?
That's a good episode.
That is a fantastic episode. I love the show.
That is a really good show. I have not actually seen it in years. It was a good show while it lasted when I watched it years ago. I think I mentioned that. I watched the show. Yes, I did.
Okay. And the
Talking in
dude
circles.
who recorded the song, like I found out he has a YouTube channel, and he has a bunch of other songs, and he's got a really cool style for his music. It's kind of like in that same way, but I can't quite explain, to be honest. But you know what? I'll just put a link there, and then you guys can check it out. His name is Voltaire.
Oh, interesting name. So, how was that the synagogue you had, Gaff?
Oh yeah, Gaff went road
Was it
tripping.
Jewy?
It was very Jewy.
Did they?
How offensive can you be today?
Get it? Jews and the religion. Anyway, go on.
Luis, why do you have to explain the obvious? Like, I mean, come on. It's like, did they serve Jews? The religion? No shit. Yes, the religion. We know. We got it. For the love of God, man.
You upset Jim.
Thank you for
You
telling
really
us that.
upset Jim.
Okay, go on.
Please continue, Gaff.
No, I was basically there to gather data on how they, what methods of persuasion they use on their congregation. It's for my psych class. And, of course, I'm not going to tell them that. How do you persuade your congregation? No. So it's like whenever people would ask me, why are you here? I want to be a Jewish.
I just
want to be a Jewish.
I want to be a Jewish. That's what I was about to ask. But you could just say something bland like I'm studying.
Exactly. But that's boring. So
Yeah, but
Better to be boring than thrown out.
I'm studying what? You. But go on.
no, so I watched the ceremony, and one of my best friends were there, and her boyfriend parents are very involved in the service there. So they explained to me a lot of stuff, and there was also this one little kid, never met before, who really liked me. He was autistic too, so he was running around, and he would just hug me for a while. He was just sitting there hugging me, and I'm looking down, just patting his head, just sort of looking around for his parents. I'm like, what? Where do you come from? I don't know what to do with you. At the same time, my heart was melting because little kid was hugging me.
That's funny.
As my trip to the
NPC spawn
synagogue.
little kid.
Yeah,
Come
probably.
now, little autistic child. Where are your parents? That was mean.
Love me, jeez.
Damn it, TJ.
I already know when I say something offensive when nobody laughs.
So
Nobody
we can
laughed.
just
Nobody's saying anything.
mute TJ from now on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I should just go.
Boy.
So, was your observation successful, Gav? Did they blow your cover or not?
No, sorry, I hit the wrong button. No, I think I did pretty well gathering data and looking like a Jewish.
Oh God.
I successfully hid myself within the Jewish people.
I'm curious because I thought, and this may be a complete misconception on my part, but I thought that you had to be born a Jew. I didn't know that you could convert to Judaism.
You can convert to Judaism.
You totally can.
Well, that shows you what I know.
Yeah.
Every day we learn more and more that I have no idea what I'm talking about as usual.
It's like changing classes on an FPS, except it's not an FPS, it's about religion. But yeah, you can convert to it.
What is it? Converting to Judaism, you get what? +2 magic? Is that what it
Yep.
is? I mean, what's.
Yep, +2 magic.
Or, you know...
Anytime you use the ability
+2
holy, it's
economic
10% more effective.
Or like all the pre-order perks and stuff.
Your mercantile skill goes up as soon as you go to Judaism.
Oh, come on, that's
Oh my god.
TJ.
I'm just gonna shut up because I'm gonna end up offending people.
I thought that one was genuinely funny. Probably because it's
Already have
offensive,
offended
but.
people.
We apologize.
You know how we were talking about pre-podcast, like, oh hey, wouldn't it be cool if eventually we could get like Katie on the podcast, and if we could like get up all the way up to like getting real RT staff members? You know who's not gonna want to come on the podcast?
Exactly.
Listen to this now, Barbara.
So, we're not putting the two of you
Or
together.
at least
on
she's
the
not gonna want to come
podcast.
on if I'm on here.
Yeah,
We'll just
like
kick you off that podcast.
you can just
Yeah.
take a walk on that day.
I'll just do a stoic walk, kicking my feet, like, oh, I couldn't get on the podcast.
Another thing that is not segue-ish. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the Fratellis played a gig on Seattle, and Vic did not go, and I'm
Yep.
really disappointed. Why would you do that, Vic? I mean, why wouldn't you do that, Vic?
Because I was really tired yesterday. I
Bullshit.
had things. I went and took Alex's dog for like a 2.5 hour walk. It was awesome.
I was really tired and I had things to do.
Yep. More important things to do.
There you go. Louise.
Oh, come on. The thing that sucks here is because the place where I live, we don't really get like big stars shows. They're usually in São Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. And even though I could like, I don't know, drive to São Paulo or something, it's a really crowded city. It's like, it's really messy, and to be honest, I'm not really into that city. And you know, it would be expensive as hell. You know, not only the show but the whole trip and all that. And so it sucks because every time we get like something cool, I don't know, like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and oh, they're going to play a gig where? São Paulo. Oh, okay. And in my city, we get like shitty pop country stuff most of the times. Like the dude that got mentioned on the last podcast, whose name I'll avoid speaking, and whose lyrics Tyler learned, the little traitor.
Micatello. Sorry, I was just coughing, playing to the mic while saying something.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't being obvious.
I'm sorry to hear that. Your cough sounds awfully like his name.
It's a condition.
I'm sorry, I sneezed.
Bless you.
But you know, I've been to, now that I realize, I've been to a few concerts. Like, sometimes there's this yearly festival in my city, which they bring some bigger names of our music to it. And I've been there, I think, once, but it was pretty neat.
I've only ever been to, I've only ever been to one real like rock concert. It was in Providence, Rhode Island. I went to see the band called Real Big Fish. It was it was Real Big Fish, and it was Straight Light Manifesto, but not a fan of Straight Light Manifesto, so I just went there for the Real Big Fish, and it was pretty good.
Were they actually big fishes, or it was just a name?
Yes, there were a bunch of real big fishes on the stage playing instruments. One of them had a trombone, and he was blowing air out of his gills.
I don't know why this reminds me. Do you guys know a band called Modest Mouse?
I've heard of it.
Yeah.
There's a song by them, and the video is what reminded me. What's the name? I think it's called Dashboard. and the clip is really interesting. It has something to do with the whole sea theme, and fishes playing instruments, and
Go
it's
on.
slightly fucked up. Yeah, I can't quite explain, but basically, well, okay, fuck it, I'm going to spoil it, kinda. It's as if a sailor was telling his story of how he went on to, uh, he went fishing and he found this big ass fish made of discs, and he tried to catch it. He failed, and then his hand got eaten by the fish. And then he woke up in like this island that was made of like scrap metal and things related to music, so CDs and microphones and stuff. And then they, instead of putting another hand where his old hand was or a hook, they put a microphone on his hand. And then there's a scene with like the inhabitants of the island playing instruments and singing with them.
I'm sure the story is much more interesting as a song.
Well, I think if you guys watch it, it's much better than me just telling it, because I think I might have screwed up the feeling for it. I regret nothing.
I was about to say, when do you think that you screwed that up? When did the screw up start happening?
Well, Jim, this is a story all about how. I'm not going to
I
rap.
have nothing further to say.
So, should we talk? We haven't thrown Vic into, in front of the bus here today.
Yeah, it's been you exclusively.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, she didn't go to the concert yesterday, so I'm pretty sad about that. Slightly offended, to be honest. Hey, you know what? Let's make this interesting. Let's throw Gaff in front of the bus today. Not literally.
Oh,
Don't worry,
that's
Gaff.
nice.
You'll be.
Why are we doing this to our guest?
Because she's our guest.
She signed a contract.
Yeah. The whole thing that
She
sells
did.
the souls and stuff. Yeah. Kinda.
Explain kinda to me. I'm interested in this.
Well, it wasn't probably a contract, but
No. That's I want to hear it. Don't backpedal now. What do you mean by kinda?
You know what? I'll make a perfectly good explanation for this if TJ impersonates my accent.
I'll accept these demands. Go ahead, TJ.
Say something, and I will try to mimic it.
Something, and I will try to mimic it.
Something, and I will try to mimic it. There's not much to mimic there.
Yeah, I was about to say, it wasn't
slightly.
So I sound exactly like TJ.
Remember, Luis, way back in the day when you tried to mimic the Godfather's voice, and you sounded exactly the same. That's just what happened with TJ.
I didn't try. I succeeded.
I like that.
Succeeded. It looked like Vic was about to say something, and she's like, "Nope, not gonna be a part of this." Nope.
So yeah, I haven't worked on my Godfather impersonation yet. My Yoda impersonation is still good, I guess. I won't do the Chewbacca one because if I do it, my cousins will rush into the room and ask me to do it again. It's like I'm the life of the party.
That's why.
Oh boy.
At least. Oh come on, they're like what, 8 or something, so they find that kind of stuff funny.
I feel like everybody could do a Chewbacca impersonation fairly well.
Okay, go ahead then. Oh, that was good.
There we go. Keep it going.
TJ's is better.
Vic, come on.
No.
Do it.
Do it.
No.
No.
Peer pressure,
No, I'm not gonna do it.
peer pressure.
Fuck you, Lewis.
Fuck you. Fuck you and your peer pressure.
Do it, do it, do it, do it. Chug, 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 chug. Fight, fight, fight.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Okay.
It's snowing.
Oh, fucking brag about it.
Well, it's like little flakes. Like 2 or 3 flakes.
Okay, so we haven't heard Gaff and TJ.
I feel like we were hearing TJ.
Yeah,
Oh.
you heard me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What about
I
Gaff? I want to hear
believe
Gaff's
Gaff's word.
Chewbacca impression.
I believe
I
Gaff
know I won't
said
be able to
TJ's
do
is
it.
better.
Oh, come on, at least try. I can't do a proper impression of the Godfather,
You-
but I
You
make
can't
an
be
ass
like
of myself
Vic
on the
and
internet.
just be a coward, take the coward's way out and say I can't do it. You have to at least try.
I feel like I'm
Okay. Try it this way. Do a female Chewbacca.
That does not help in any regard.
I feel like
Okay,
there's
so-
no difference.
So imagine us. Vic. That was good.
I have a sore throat.
I loved it.
I'm Chewbacca with a very sore throat.
Yes, that was much better than.
It sounded like more like you were getting
Chewbacca's.
stabbed or something.
She's gargling water.
You know what, Gaff? If this helps, just picture us in the audience naked, and then picture yourself as a female Chewbacca. That's gonna work.
So
So Chewbacca wearing like a swimsuit or something?
You know, maybe Chewbacca
Whatever
with a bra.
works.
did you say Chewbacca in a bra?
With a bra, yes. Female Chewbacca.
After the rebellion, Chewbacca got a little into his loose side.
Things happened.
And
Work is hard to
this-
find when you're a Wookiee.
the sort of thing we're going to see on episode 7.
Yes. That's all we're gonna see on episode 7.
Oh, okay, we're going
So-
to Star Wars again. We've already done this.
So,
You brought it
just out of
up.
curiosity, if Gaff made the Chewbacca noise in the synagogue, would she be like Chewbacca?
Oh my god.
Boo! Get out here.
I'm just gonna stop.
That was
Okay, I'm done.
that was
I'm
such a
leaving the
bad
podcast
pun.
forever now. It was a
was
nice,
so-
nice while it
It
lasted.
was good, but it
I
was
will
so
submit
bad.
my formal resignation in the morning.
Clean out your desk.
Just take a vacation.
I'll slingshot the papers over to your desk.
Okay.
After I'm done
Keep
cleaning my name
practicing.
plaque. Why aren't
But
you
is there
practicing on the mic?
any- Yeah.
I loved it. That was great.
That was awesome.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
That was pretty
See?
good.
You know what? We should call our building Kashyyyk offices. So.
On one
Yeah.
Kashyyyk Lane.
That's funny.
That was pretty good, Gaff. I'm proud of you.
You can call me Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
Thank you, TJ.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca.
I'm actually gonna start calling
I
you
might
Chewbacca
regret
now.
making this comment later, but Chewbacca's nickname is Chewie, so does that mean Gaff, your nickname is Jewy?
We're horrible humans.
Why did this
Sorry,
become
Barbara.
like the Jew hate cast?
Because
What is
you're
up with
definitely
all of
listening
you?
to
It's not. Oh, come on. It's not hate.
We haven't mentioned Hitler once. Okay, now we
Okay, now you have.
Well, there you go.
have. The Shifty Keys
Oh,
podcast,
man.
everybody. Star Wars and Jews.
Hey, about those questions. When are we getting to that part?
Yeah.
I think we should get to that now. Hopefully, maybe.
We should do
Yeah.
that.
Let's do some
Definitely.
questions.
See, I just met you.
So, really, questions?
Why not?
Do we have any questions?
Oh, we have a few. Um, you know what? It's been a while since we have last done an intro song for the questions, so we should bring that back. And so, to start the questions today, ladies and gentlemen, Gaff.
I will allow an intro song so long as it's not you screaming into the mic.
I could do that.
You can, you know what? You can scream at the mic, Gaff. It should be interesting.
Wait a minute, repeat it. I was going to the question page.
Oh, no. You just, well, you can read if you want, but you need to
You're
do
doing the intro song for the questions this week.
The intro sound. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, just intro us into the questions.
Remember, it has to be something, and it has to include the word questions.
Okay. Questions. There you go.
Heavy metal
Perfect.
Wookiee. That's what I call that genre.
Put on the spot. That's not so bad.
10 out of 10 would hear again.
Yeah, I agree.
So, questions. This is a very
Alright, then.
enthusiastic podcast.
Questions.
It's the low-key
I have
podcast.
just arrived from a 6-hour trip. Okay. If I don't sound really enthusiastic, trust me, I am, but I'm tired. Okay, then.
If I were
Let's
any
go.
more energetic, I would have offended about 4 more cultures.
Or, other religions, like all of them.
Are you implying Judaism is not a culture? Is that what you are implying, my good sir? Religions are not
No,
cultures?
that's what I meant. That is not what I meant, you asshole. I'm not going to get dragged into this. Okay, questions. So, Dominic asked, penis?
Nope.
No.
Maybe.
Sometime?
The Gaff's answer. Sometimes, when I'm in the mood for it.
Wait, what was the question again?
Penis?
Penis?
Flash just
It's not even a question.
Yes.
I'd really like to get an explanation.
Vic
for
says when.
Oh, no, I didn't.
How soon? What's our time to dig counter at? An hour?
That was a very insightful question.
Oh well. So the next one. This one is by Simon. If you could die anywhere in the world doing anything, where and what?
If I were to die anywhere in the world?
I have never thought of that before.
I guess my question to him is what is up with all the death questions? He had like 2
Wait,
or 3.
I have an answer. I have an answer.
What?
Okay. I would like to die parachuting out of a plane into the heart of an active volcano while making out with the Queen of England.
You mean like
The grannies, huh?
Dude, she doesn't even classify as a
I'm not
MILF
into
anymore.
greenies. It's just to say that I did it, even
He
though I
likes all
won't
the
say it because I'm
Agnes.
dead.
The Agnes, the Eurasias.
Yeah, I just like be on the way down, like, oh, come with me, Liz. We're gonna, parachute into
Ooh,
this.
Liz.
Calling her by her nickname. Liz.
Liz.
Let's go, you and I, Liz. Let's parachute into the heart of a volcano.
You gotta have rocking out
Make-
nothing but mammals in the background.
Making out passionately. That's okay.
And then, like, as I'm sinking into the lava, I just look next to me, and the One Ring is just sitting there, like, oh,
Sup?
you here too?
Okay. What?
What? What were your answers? You guys didn't come up with
Okay.
anything. How you want to die?
Good question. I don't know, man. Maybe like after I retire, and like this is the realistic part of the question. I'd like to go somewhere like, I don't know, Italy when I retire, and I may or may not be influenced by The Godfather, but one of those really faraway cities and beautiful places and stuff. But what would I want to be doing while, in my last moments? That is something that I don't know.
Something really
I know what.
awesome.
Okay, I was about to say, can we do it like, what if it's not in the world? Like, if it's not, I don't know if this counts or not, like, if it's in orbit around the world.
Yeah, you can do that. So, you know what? It would be, well, if we're talking about this, during Order 66, being a badass.
Yeah,
So
me
like
neither.
that's
So not in this world then.
Say, you guys are. I was gonna say you guys were taking this way too seriously. You got to be quick on your feet with those completely ridiculous responses.
Well, what I was gonna say is that I liked my thought process. Of course, I like my own idea here, of course, but I was gonna say in orbit, making out with a gorgeous redhead and then dying peacefully and quietly and painlessly in her arms.
I thought you were going to say I like big boots and I can't lie.
What? Not the direction you expected to go with it.
But a girl walks in with an idiot voice.
Did you just
in your
describe
face and
Titanic
gets-
and?
I don't feel like Leo's death was painless.
Fucking Titanic in space.
Jack, I'm flying.
What kind of ice?
Nah, bitch, we're not flying, we're falling. That's what orbit is.
It's Titanic mixed with gravity. It's like a redhead Sandra Bullock.
Well, it's
I don't like the way that sounds.
Redhead, so you describe it if you want to.
Do what?
I said it's your imagination's redhead, so you describe it if you want to. We don't really need to do that for you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need y'all to describe her for me. It's my. I really do like that. It's my damned imagination. Why are y'all describing my redhead? Is that the stipulation?
So
it's technically not
wrong.
on Earth. It's in orbit. Therefore, we have to describe your redhead. Man.
That sounded so wrong. Like, yeah, I know what she looks like. I talked to her.
What if I do? Don't be jealous.
Oh well. Okay. I'm back on my feet. I think that's enough with questions, right?
Yeah, I suspect
What?
that's enough for our questions for this week.
Everyone send in questions
I'm
that
getting
are
out.
not morbid.
Or you can
Yeah.
send anything. Like,
Or send
well,
us
not
anything.
Or you can send
Yeah.
them in. You can send in morbid questions, and I will find a completely ridiculous way to answer them. They may involve the Queen.
Oh,
I know Liz personally.
yeah.
The Queen of England.
Liz.
And
No, the Queen of
Liz.
Ethiopia.
Does Ethiopia have a queen?
She is no, not going to say it. Continue.
Shut up, TJ.
I don't want to.
So, as you are probably all aware, we ask questions for the audience as well. So you better fucking answer them, people. And so today, I think we should ask Gaff to do the question. Unless you guys got anything planned.
Nope. I like the idea of having our guest do it.
Yay,
Okay.
Gaff, in front of the buzz again.
So, like, I ask any question?
Yep.
Anything you want,
Mhm.
darling.
Mm-hmm.
Darling.
Okay.
I was about to say, there was a little bit of a southern twang on that, wasn't there?
Maybe, I don't know.
Fuck! Oh my god, I'm trying to think of one.
Do, do, do,
Don't worry.
Terrible at this game.
We can just cut the silence, and I was rushing you.
Do, 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 do.
Come on, Gaff. Go,
Okay,
go,
everybody
go,
just
go,
sit here
go, go,
awkwardly.
go, go, go,
Don't
go.
say a thing and add the pressure.
I was gonna say I'm
Build on
gonna
the pressure.
cut Vic singing here
Why?
Because you suck.
Singing
because I haven't been mean to you this week. That's why.
Oh, man.
Meh.
What in the world?
That was a good game.
Stop.
Okay, I have a question. Based on
Alright.
that noise
Are
Luis
you
just made.
Gaff? Just kidding. I'm sorry.
If you were Luis, what would your sex noise since his is a goat?
Hey, I didn't say mine was a goat. That is not true.
I like this
totally
question.
is.
I like where it's going.
Okay, no, that was too personal. Gaff, please.
How do we? Wait a minute. If this is our question for the audience, how do they send us their
No, it's
noises?
They just describe it.
He just pushed the
No, I don't want descriptions. I want audio files.
Yeah. Send us your audio files with your best sex
Jesus.
noise.
Link us to SoundCloud.
Yep.
yeah, so.
Really? Are we sticking with that? You guys
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
assholes.
Gaff says yes.
If Gaff says yes, she's the guest.
She's the guest. I mean, you got to do what the guest says.
Exactly.
Okay, so God damn,
Bend
you guys
over,
are
Luis.
assholes. What? Gaff, buy me dinner first, for Christ's
Meh.
sake. Meh.
I'm waiting for somebody to make a donkey noise.
Right?
And now we're communicating goat noises.
That's
The Goatcast. Okay, so fuck it, whatever.
Man, we
What will be your weird sex noise? And you don't need to send the SoundCloud, just describe it, because it would
Send
be
a
too much of a
SoundCloud.
hassle.
You can't.
Yeah,
if you
send
want.
to SoundCloud. It's much more fun.
Yeah.
If you want.
You might make it into the intro of one of these podcasts if you send us a SoundCloud.
Yep. Do
Email
it.
them directly to Luis.
Or you can send them to Jim, since Jim's the audio editor, and I will put them in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim might not get them if you send them to Luis.
Yeah.
what
so
sort of
send them
support
to
you
Jim.
want?
We'll just forward them.
Jim_Servac.
Do it, everybody. You know you want to.
Not to be confused with his evil doppelganger, Sim Jervak.
I will kill Sim one day. One day.
I don't know if
Oh,
you
well.
know this, Jim, but Sim is recording this podcast right now. You just don't
Yep.
know it yet.
I'll find you.
Da, da, da.
With the evil. What the?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
You know what?
Yeah.
I suddenly feel the urge to create a fake account at RT named Sim Jervak.
Oh,
Just for the hell of
It's
it.
just all of my pictures, but all the images are like inverted colors.
Yes.
If you're gonna do it,
Like
don't tell me you're
upside
gonna
down
do it.
inverted colors.
It would be funnier to have it done without being told.
Yeah. Now it's ruined. Now we can't
Crap.
do it.
Nice
Good
practical
job,
joke. Thanks for
Louis.
telling me before you did it.
I'm
Fucking
sorry.
suck.
God, I would have loved that. That's great
This is why
too.
you're the master of bad joke.
Master of everything
Oh,
bad.
come on. I didn't share the plan before. I should have. Damn it.
Alright.
Well then, I guess that does it for this week. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to answer our questions and send us
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah.
Subscribe,
If you
like,
want us
whatever.
to be more energetic, send us cocaine.
Dan, are you dual jungling?
Cocaine.
Send TJ cocaine because I got too much to live for to be going to jail.
Yeah, like, don't do drugs, kids. Drugs
Just
are bad for you.
Mail me Starbucks. That's all you have to do to be my friend.
Mail me cookie butter, please, because I'm still waiting for that.
Alright, I will. At some point.
No, mail Louis goat noises.
Don't make it any kind of priority shipping, Vic. That way, when it gets to him, it'll be absolutely terrible.
Dan?
I will.
And I won't know
No
the
problem.
difference.
We're like, man, this is great. I'm gonna be sick as a dog in 2 hours, but you know.
Dude, she sounds so.
Well then, and Gaff, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What was that noise?
And well,
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
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 Bye. Penis.
Bye.
Grr.
This podcast intro and outro music is provided to us by TDBTyler. You can find him on Rooster Teeth by searching for his name, TDBTyler, and looking for his group, Oh the Commanity, spelled O-H, exclamation point, THECOMMANATEE. You can also find more of his work on YouTube by searching for his channels, The Dropped Banana, all one word, and Oh the Commanity.